June and I are just about to go over to Bray Lake and check out Boat 13, which is just on the Segway patch, just there. So that's the base, and for most of yesterday night he was on 24/7, and then we got these reports here. So let's see. Right, I put the lat long from spot of where the boat is into the Garmin SatNav, and here is the other practically identical spot tracker that's been tested in the car. Have a bit of fun here, comparing the Garmin SatNav with Google Maps on my cheap £65 Tesco smartphone. Much cheaper from China.
At roundabout, take second exit. Exit roundabout.
Rainbow, and probably the last of our rain for over Bray Lake. Here's our rain, and the Fifield in. Garmin SatNav taking us to the lat long of the boat. Another GPS spot trace, and cheap smartphone with Garmin Maps as the navigation for the lat long. Let's get near the entrance to Bray Lake Water Sports.
Left. Quarter of a mile, your destination will be on the left.
I don't think we've got any sleeping policemen just yet. Work going on here. And I'll have to open the barrier, so you just drive up to the barrier. In the rain, of course. Welcome to Bray Lake Water Sports. I got wet opening the barrier, right, and it's now closed. So let's see how well we get guided by our sat-nav to the actual spot. Lots of potholes.
Yes, you can't see
Don't matter. No, don't matter. Just go through it slowly. It'll be okay.
Turn left.
Well, that's not too bad. It's got shows where our destination, the boat is. We'll see whether that says anything. It's probably got some graphics. And we go past the UK Bungee Club cabin. That's the new hospice being built on the other side of the lake, near the Windsor Road. Carry on past here. up to about 40 or 50 here, June, couldn't you? How you think?
I don't think so.
No? And the boat should be down on our left along here. But, right, that's the Segway cabin. We're going to park as soon as we can on the left. It says arriving at destination. And the boat should be somewhere around here.
Or down here.
Yeah, so swing in here. That's it. Swing in here. Oh, you can park here. Be fine. And now we'll see if I can find the boat. I think it's back along there. Interesting, the Garmin SatNav, for whatever reason, maybe a poor signal because of the rain and everything, has shown, yes, that's correct, where our destination was. It shows us having gone further down the road. But obviously not. That's a clue. Searching for GPS. Probably amount of rain, perhaps included on here. And of course this is the same type of spot trace tracker and power, including a little solar panel that we've got in the boat. So it gives us a chance later to see how well that's done. Yes, Roy, I've made a checklist. Find the boat Snoopy Sloop 13, recover the boat, remove Mobius to take home, remove GPS logger, measure voltage of main autopilot, measure the voltage of spot trace, give spot trace 2 a shake, check on smartphone spot trace, and the other one to put boat back on 24/7. Possibly. Yeah, there it is. Still raining. Wait until it stops. June has been doing some administration to her video accounts. I have completed that action, found the boat, and waiting for the rain to stop. Here's our blue sky arriving. Leave June in the car at the moment. Check out how easily I'm going to be able to get to recover the boat. I put my Wellingtons on. Looks pretty straightforward. Yeah. Well, I might be able to do that myself with. Let's have a look. This is where I'll probably fall in. Alright. Right. So, boat recovered. At first glance, pretty well as it was. So, got to recover these two. Ah, that looks promising. That looks as though the autopilot is still running. Just there. Let's take off the Mobius video camera. Put that in my pocket. Right, another item done on the checklist, Roy. The GPS logger. Don't know whether it's still running, but we'll switch it off. We'll be checking that out at home. Stick that in my pocket as well. That's a bit of polystyrene packing. Text-to-speech has stopped working, but that's no surprise. So, I've got to get out my meter and check voltages. So, I'll go back to the car for that. Well, there we go. we're all ready to start measuring voltages, and June's going to check off the checklist.
So you've recovered the boat.
Yep.
Right. Remove the Mobius.
Yes, that's in my pocket there. Yes.
Right. And the GPS logger.
Yes, that's in my pocket too.
Right. Measure voltage.
Right, so I've got to measure the voltages now. There we go, measuring the voltages, 5.11 and 5.09. It's changing a bit, so I didn't. Oh yes. What did I write down? Because I did it just now. 5.12 and 5.09. Very good. Now, if I can remember where it was after using the screwdriver to undo these. Don't think there's any water on the inside there. Somewhere here I've got a monitor point for the spot trace voltage, which I think is in there. Yeah, 6.33 volts. There's a little bit of condensation on the inside. Now I've just got to screw the lid down. Right, we're about to check the trackers. June has already checked the car one, that's the one over there, and that gave an update 30 minutes ago, so that's working. And now I've got to give this a shake. Right, you hold the camera dear, and I'll give Snoopy a shake. That should be enough, hopefully. Right. Yeah, that was on June's tracker, saying the boat tracker was 9 hours ago, and my Tesco mobile SIM needs topping up. Right, we're ready to go round the corner to Snoopy Corner, and see about putting it on 24/7. So, possibly put boat back on 24/7. So we're at Snoopy Corner, where the autopilot should know it's on 24/7. You're alright, Snoopy in Woodstock. Alright, still no spot tracking being received. Autopilot's running, but I'm going to try switching it on and off because we've not had any text to speech, and there's no obvious reason for that.
GPS only autopilot. Software version Romeo. Last update 6th of December 2017. GPS tag 1223. 50 seconds. Target 24/7 north position. 113 meters.
Right, so the text to speech is still working, which is good. And it's also confirmed that we are at the 24/7 north position as the destination. So we can afford to go for a launch. Alright, June still hasn't received an update from the spot because it sometimes takes time to come through the system, but to be sure, I think I'll take the lid off and press the start button. Alright, I'm going to manually start the tracker again, pressing it. Haha!
113 meters.
Simple hardware, possibly. I wonder whether one of those was a bad connection. It certainly came out easily. I'm going to have to sort that if I've got the right little screwdriver. Yeah, have the right tools for the job. This screwdriver broke. Improvised tool for the job. Right, job done with the improvised tool.
At 191 degrees. GPS.
Right, I had green flashing lights. So after collecting the power, I pressed the button. So, we might be okay for a launch.
GPS tag 1230. 34 seconds. Target 24/7 north position. 116.
Right, we thought we'd give it a few minutes on the off chance that the tracking might then show up as working, but of course last time we put it out it wasn't, but then it did start later. Yeah, June's just got a position come in the last few seconds at the 24/7 place. So, we can go for a launch. So, ready for a 24/7 launch. All working at the moment. Really? Go and get the plug as well. Watch him go out. Yeah, it's catching a bit of wind. On his way out to his first 24/7 waypoint. And it's about 12:25 now. Yeah, June and I walked round to the footbridge, I think. But he's on his way now, out on 24/7. Hopefully no need for the Wellingtons now. Where I normally park the car. I'm trying to get far around the lake. And he's on his way to his first 24/7 north waypoint. Well, June's just noticed, very significant event. Oh dear. Just at this moment, he's capsized. Oh, but he's righted himself again. Now, maybe that is what happened last night, because the wind was a lot stronger. So maybe he capsized. That's why he drifted. Okay? And then, so that could well be another explanation of what happened last night. So it's good that we witnessed that whole thing. It's all to do with explaining what happened. So it could have been stuff inside the boat, or what we observed last night, yesterday. We probably had several different problems. Oh, I'm focusing on a boy. We probably had several different problems. Anyhow, he's just righted himself. Still tacking, well, tacking is the wrong word, depends on the wind direction where he is, but still making his way to his 24/7 waypoint. After that he should go to the 24/7 south waypoint. So I wonder how often that boat has been capsizing. Good job that big white polystyrene ball limited how far he went over. Just did it again. Strong wind on the side, pushing it over. So heavier keel needed. we were walking back, and I've run back up to the bridge here because he suddenly started making good progress, and he's approaching his 24/7 south waypoint, because from the bridge that lines up pretty well with the gap between the island and the mainland. So when he reaches that, he'll probably turn around and come back. That's if he doesn't capsize for any length of time. He just capsized there, but righted himself. So he must be close to the 24/7 point south. Yeah, it looks as though he reached 24/7 south, so he'll be back on his way to 24/7 north and repeating the process, hopefully. So now I can join June and the car, and we're making our way back via the clubhouse. Yeah, leaving him going. New care home being built on the far bank, and we're leaving him on 24/7. Just going to check how that's before we leave. Looking for a windsurf there. Snoopy's still capsizing every now and again. We're checking out the satcom's okay. Well, looks like it's just come ashore. Yeah, I was only here to check out the Wi-Fi and things, and looks as though we're going to go back and collect the boat. It's ashore. Well, not quite ashore. Certainly was close. He probably came in and then made his way out again. There he goes, capsizing again and righting himself again. Looks like I might be swimming past again. But we'll still go off to Halfords, but it looks as though we might be swinging past again. Because, yeah, he's very close to coming ashore, but no problem. Yeah, one of those rare occasions when I managed to change the light bulb myself. And June's checked, and sure enough, Snoopy's come ashore. So we go back and fetch him. Yeah, this time it's June's turn to open the barrier, so we can go through and hopefully pick up Snoopy. Thank you, dear. Yeah, this time it's come along a bit further near the Segway cabin, and a little bit more difficult a spot to get to. So there he is. Quite a lot of vegetation to get through. Well, this spot's a nightmare. Brambles, everything else. But luckily June's got me the right tools. The pole, I might be able to move the boat round a bit here, and also some gloves which might protect my hands. Right, bring it out. Well tangled there. Yes, brambles here. Well, I think you can stop rolling, June, this might take you a while.
Right.
Okay, that's the important bit.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, it was a nightmare getting out of there. Trying to weave the boat through the thicket of brambles and all sorts of other horrible things. Things sort of broke and came away, but it doesn't matter. So it shouldn't be too difficult to get back to the car now. So, okay.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. That's tricky stuff done. Now we can get it in the car and get it home. Load of water inside it. Oh, I better keep a record of that. Stop that tape. Yeah, just noticed loads of water inside the box, and I look at it, absolutely full. And I have my suspicions that it wouldn't have gone in through the waterproof box. It would have got in and come along the ducting from this ordinary little sandwich box at the front here. So, and that would explain why a lot of things weren't working, like the text to speech just now. So, yeah, look at that, absolutely full of water. So I'll empty the water out and then we'll be on our way home. So, a lesson learned. That waterproof box is fine, but unfortunately the sandwich box is the weak link when it comes to waterproofing. And if it gets in there, because I've got ducting to make wiring easier, it gets through there. So this is going to have to change. Not so bad if the boat stays up the right way, but when it tilts over, water can get in through here. So, well done Snoopy and Woodstock. Yes, Snoopy Sloop 13, safely home. A lot of mending to be done on him, but he can be upside down and dry out. And we can see what information we've got on the very important GPS logger and Mobius camera, and of course the camera that I'm filming this with. So, bye bye Snoopy. While that's running. Hi there, Mobius camera okay. Spot tracker's just there. And right, it's better switch on the autopilot. Should say what version it is. Should start tracking.
X28X2 GPS autopilot. Software version Romeo. Last update 6th of December 2017.
Hopefully it'll recognise where we are.
GPS tab 1647, 22 seconds. Target 24/7 north position, 111 meters and 188 degrees. GPS course 164, speed 0.1 knots, wide 24.
We'll give it a try, see if we can launch it. Might need my pole.
GPS tab 1647, 47 seconds. Target 24/7 north position, 108 meters and 188 degrees. GPS course 189, speed 0.6 knots, left
A
front.
lot of wind.
GPS tab 1649, 0 seconds. Target 24/7 north position, 103 meters and 189 degrees. GPS course 110, speed 0.9 knots, right 79. GPS tab 1652, 35 seconds. Target 24/7 north position, 103 meters and 195 degrees. GPS course 251, speed 0.2 knots, left 56. GPS time 16:57, 32 seconds. Target 24/7 north position, 74 meters, at 195 degrees. GPS course 192, speed 0.0 knots, right 3. GPS time 17:06, 23 seconds. Target 24/7 north position, 43 meters, at 184 degrees. GPS course 253, speed 0.2 knots, left 69. GPS time 17:06. Target 24/7 north position, 39 meters, at 182 degrees. GPS course 325, speed 0.5 knots, left 143. 5 meters, at 162 degrees. GPS course 171, speed 0.7 knots, left 9. GPS time 17:27, 8 seconds. Target 24/7 position south, 36 meters, at 162 degrees. GPS course 156. Right 6. GPS time 17:27, 30 seconds. Target 24/7 position south, 39 meters, at 163 degrees. GPS course 163, speed 0.4 knots, right 0. GPS time 17:27, 55 seconds. Target 24/7 position south, 33 meters, at 161 degrees. GPS course 155, speed 0.3 knots, right 6. GPS time 17:28, 20 seconds. Target 24/7 position south, 28 meters, at 166 degrees. GPS course 152, speed 0.3 knots, right 13. GPS time 17:28, 35 seconds.